even those of us that are quite close to it, it's, you know, it's still, there's a lot to take in and a lot to understand, but it's working by the sound of it, and that's worth drawing attention to. And
yes, and I think to pull this together just before we end, I think that's the big thing to say, really, that the people here, you're all doing a fantastic job and working your socks off and trying to bring good outcomes for people. People in the system as a whole, the majority are doing the same. Unfortunately, we've had a few headlines, haven't we, just recently that proved that wasn't the case. But hopefully those problems will be solved now. But overall, there's an awful lot of people working really hard for the population of Cornwall, and they've worked incredibly hard to actually move from the initial sustainability and transformation plans towards setting up a whole integrated care system. And I remember way back a group of people who were all practitioners of one sort or another, from charities, etc., meeting, brought together for the very first time. And the meeting, there were about 25 people, and the meeting, basically all that happened was everybody introduced themselves and said who they are and what they did. And then from then on, the whole meeting was, oh, we do that. Oh, do you do that? Oh, how do you get on when you're doing that? Oh, we've been trying to tackle that problem. What do you do? And it was just fantastic. And everybody left the room beaming, sharing emails. And that was the beginning of multidisciplinary working, really. And that's happened across the county. And all of you, I'm sure, are well aware of that. And the people who are doing the work really appreciate the fact that they have other colleagues who can bring in OT or physio or whatever it is, or signpost people. And we need them to actually, again, signpost more to the smaller things, the community groups, the citizen groups, the sport groups, the housing officer who suggested to this guy in the video that he went to walking football, and he joined the group, and it all began to take, and the employer who allowed him to work part-time and to change the routines at work. We are a community as a whole, all of us, you know, from the planet down. And that's what we must keep, the bigger picture in our minds all the time, all the time. So, okay, the chat will come via Adam. I've waffled on. I don't know whether I've said half the things I was going to say, said some things I wasn't going to say, and who knows what, and what it'll be like at the end of the day, I don't know. But thank you very, 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 very much for coming and listening to me. And I know I shall be meeting some of you at other events and other meetings, and please contact me if you'd like to.
Can I have your email, please, Sally?
Yes, I think I put it in the chat.
Oh, did you? Okay, I didn't.
I don't know. I don't look at chat when I'm doing things because it's too distracting. All right. Is it there, Adam? Or if not, put it in, please.
Yeah, well, if not, drop me a line and I can put you in touch with Sally. But thank you so much, Sally, for everything that you have shared with us and the ideas that you sparked. Obviously, there's a lot more ideas out there to be shared and sparked. And for my part, I don't mind if these conversations overlap, repeat themselves. That's just the nature of complex systems and communities. So let's chat more. It would be lovely for me. I've put also the a feedback form link. Really helpful for us to understand how these sessions work and how they can get better. Those of you who've done that before, it's been really helpful, and each month we can take that into account. And there are also a couple of places, there's many more, but we have a Facebook community group, a closed group. If you'd like to join it, I've put a link in there for the CornWELL Festivals community. It's an adjacent community to lots of others, but that's one place you could post further questions or ask for further contact details. And we're also on LinkedIn, so you can discuss there, and your comments will be seen and responded to, and probably discussions will go from there.
Perhaps I should just say I don't do Facebook, and I live in a no mobile signal, all right, which suits me absolutely fine.
Yeah, and still manage to communicate a lot of things with a lot of people.
Absolutely, yeah.
Finally, I think I'd just like to call out Pavan Bhatia has said that she'd be really interested to know how the voices of minority ethnic group voices can be heard.
Yes, yeah.
Including gypsies and travellers. There's that, and there's more in the chat. Save it now if you haven't already. Otherwise, it's time to go. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much, Sally, and thanks very much, everyone, for taking the time to join us.
And thank you for coming. Thank you, and thank you, Adam, for setting it up. Right on. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.